What's up guys, this is Merc Music and welcome to the NUKETOWN Holiday Easter Egg in Black Ops 6. Ever since Treyarch added NUKETOWN Holiday to Black Ops 6 with Season 1 Reloaded, there's been all kinds of Easter eggs added to not just NUKETOWN Holiday, but also the original NUKETOWN and apparently Warhead as well. And I've spent hours in private match ever since this was released to try to find as many Easter eggs as I possibly could for you guys. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy this video and you want to see some more Black Ops 6 stuff like this, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. So just as a quick recap, so we have a full timeline of the events. When Treyarch first added NUKETOWN into Black Ops 6, there was no available Easter egg for us to complete. It didn't matter if you shot off all of the heads of the mannequins, or if you shot off just the arms of all the mannequins, or if you did a combination of both. There was no Easter egg in NUKETOWN when Black Ops 6 first added the map into the game, which was obviously very disappointing at the time, but it was also kind of known that Treyarch was eventually going to put the Easter egg into the game later on. And sure enough, they did. And I did a follow-up video covering the Easter egg and trying all of those methods again. And from my findings back then, if you shot off all of the heads of all the mannequins on the map NUKETOWN in under 2 minutes, you would trigger the main Easter egg, which would basically kind of turn the map into a 90s style sitcom, and there would be a crowd of zombies watching you basically fight off mannequin zombies. However, I will say that for me at least, it was really buggy, and if a zombie was eventually going to do lethal damage to you, it could crash your game, which is exactly what happened to me back then. But here's the catch: if you shot off all of the arms of all the mannequins in under 2 minutes, nothing would happen, which is kind of unusual because in past Call of Duty games, if you shoot off all of the arms of all of the mannequins in the map in under 2 minutes, a different Easter egg will happen. It would actually trigger a different separate Easter egg from the main one. And on top of that as well, if you shot off both the arms and the heads of all the mannequins, it also wouldn't trigger a different or special unique Easter egg. As a matter of fact, in some cases, it just wouldn't do anything at all. But in the official Black Ops 6 blog post for Season 1, they specifically said once Season 1 Reloaded launches and Call of Duty gets festive at the end of the year, expect a variety of gifts in the days leading up to CODmas, including a holiday-themed NUKETOWN map. Treyarch will also be adding a little something to the original NUKETOWN map with this update, and maybe even to the Warhead Strike map too. And there's apparently an insane new Easter egg on Warhead, which we're definitely gonna have to try out in a bit. But how about the original NUKETOWN? Did they change anything to those 3 different types of Easter eggs that we've tried before? So after the Season 1 Reloaded update, if you go to the original NUKETOWN map and shoot off all of the heads of all the mannequins in under 2 minutes, it will still trigger the main Easter egg. But one important detail I want to point out about the mannequin zombies on the map is that they don't really seem to be aggroed towards you as much. And in a lot of instances, if you're not getting that close to the mannequin zombies, they just kind of stand around until you start to aggro them when you get close to them. I think it's also worth mentioning that if you run the sleeper agent field upgrade while you're doing this Easter egg, at least the main one, where you're only shooting off the heads, when you use sleeper agents, the mannequin zombies will not target you. They're gonna think that you're a friendly mannequin zombie, so they won't actually try to attack you until it runs out. So yeah, I thought that would be an important detail to include, especially when it comes to this information I'm about to share with you guys. But what happens if you shoot off all of the arms of all the mannequins on the original NUKETOWN map in under 2 minutes? Welp, I did that test too, and after shooting off all of their arms in under 2 minutes, nothing happened. Unfortunately, there is no current Easter egg for shooting off all the mannequin arms, even after the Season 1 Reloaded update. However, there was still one final test to run on the original NUKETOWN map, which was shooting off all the heads and all of the arms on all the mannequins in under 2 minutes. And when I did it this time around, it triggered the main Easter egg, which understandably kind of sounds underwhelming at first, but there was a noticeable difference this time around. After shooting off all the heads and all of the arms, I noticed that the NUKETOWN mannequin zombies were significantly more aggressive than if you just do the regular main Easter egg of shooting off all the heads. Almost all of the zombies on the map were just charging directly at me. They were not just sitting around waiting for me to aggro them. And it also seems like they use their flashbangs more, so there's a higher likelihood that you could die against these zombies. And on top of that as well, from my testing, if I used the sleeper agent field upgrade, the zombies would not ignore me. They would still come charging after me. So this was really unique, really different, although it's not anything too insane compared to some of this other stuff we're going to be talking about in a sec. But still, I wanted to test this stuff and I wanted to share my findings with you guys because I find all of this stuff fascinating. And it does seem like Treyarch may have potentially added this second Easter egg to the original NUKETOWN map. But how about NUKETOWN Holiday? Are there any new Easter eggs on that map, the variants of the original NUKETOWN? As you guys know, I did some pretty extensive testing in the last video I made made where I was talking about the M16 3-round burst mod attachment for the XM4. But after making that video, I still wanted to do some digging in private match and try to find as much as I possibly could, and there are some really unique things on Nuketown Holiday. The first Easter egg that I'm sure you guys are very familiar with at this point is that when you spawn in on Nuketown Holiday, if you look up to the sky, you can see a mangler on an arsenal machine from zombies flying around with some vermin with some holiday decorations. And in fairness, this Easter egg does look a lot cooler when you're actually watching it at the start of the match versus if you try to play it back in theater mode. It just kind of looks buggy. It definitely doesn't look nearly as cool. And obviously Nuketown Holiday is covered in holiday decorations, but one thing you guys may have noticed as well is that in both the green and yellow houses, there are a ton of different paintings of different versions of Holiday Nuketown from previous Black Ops games. I'm pretty sure most of these paintings are inspired by the holiday events in Black Ops Cold War as well as Black Ops 4, and I think maybe even Black Ops 6 as well. You might have also noticed that on the second story of the greenhouse on Nuketown Holiday, you can find Marshall sitting in the Sally Swagger pose, which is basically just the main menu screen of Black Ops 6. But weirdly enough, if you try to watch this back in theater mode, you're not going to see this. So yeah, I figured I would point that out because it is different than the original Nuketown's TV. Another cool little Easter egg and attention to detail on the map is that if you get close to any of these Christmas trees on the map, it will start playing the music from Modern Warfare 3's holiday event, which was basically the 6v6 snowball mode, which I just thought was a really cool attention to detail. It's nice that they put that in, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the big Easter eggs on the Nuketown Holiday map, and it's very easy to overlook this, but there is a calendar in the second story of the greenhouse on Nuketown Holiday, and as you can see, the image they use for the calendar is Verdansk. Verdansk is coming back in 2025, and as you can see by this calendar, they've heavily implied that it's going to be released on April 15th, which is why it has the smiley face on the calendar. But as we can see here on the calendar, there's all kinds of other little things that have markings on them. If the 15th of April has a circle on it with a smiley face, it makes me wonder if there's going to be something big coming on May 1st as well. It also looks like they've X'd out the dates for March 29th, March 30th, as well as April 1st. And we have some check marks for April 9th, April 28th, as well as May 8th. I have no idea what these color-coded circles could mean on the calendar as well, but I definitely want to hear it in the comments what you guys think about this, because obviously I'm just one person. I can only do so much to try to decipher this, so I'm really curious to see if you guys can solve the puzzle here. But yeah, I thought that was a really cool attention to detail, and it's insane how something as small as a calendar can actually be a really big Easter egg on the map. But the real question is this: is there currently a Nuketown Holiday Mannequin or Snowman Easter egg on the map? And look, man, I have done some very extensive testing on this map. I've tried every possible combination. I've gone onto Nuketown Holiday and shot off all of the heads of all the mannequins on the interior locations in under 1 minute, and nothing happened. I've booted up this map and shot off all the heads of just the snowmen on the map, whether they were on the inside map locations or also out of the map as well. I shot off all of those in under 2 minutes. And guess what? Still, nothing happened. And for the sake of trying to be as thorough as humanly possible, I loaded up the map one more time and I shot off everyone's head. It didn't matter if you were a mannequin, a snowman, you could be anything. I shot off all the heads of everything on Nuketown Holiday in under 2 minutes, and still, nothing happened. Now, obviously, under these circumstances, it's fair to say that it would be kind of disappointing or underwhelming because Treyarch usually puts these Easter eggs on the maps, right? But at the same time, this is why it's really good to look at the track record of Treyarch and look at the history of how they've been handling the Nuketown Easter eggs, because as we said at the start of the video, when Treyarch first added the original Nuketown map into Black Ops 6, the Easter egg wasn't even live. So if you tried to do anything, nothing would happen at all. And there is a pretty good likelihood that the Nuketown Holiday Easter egg just simply has not been turned on yet. However, I do want to point out one more thing. In my last video where I was trying to attempt the different Easter eggs, I did notice some comments from you guys saying to try to pick up the snowballs on Nuketown Holiday and use those to knock off either the snowmen's heads or just the mannequins' heads or do all of them. Well, when I loaded into Nuketown Holiday in private match today, I noticed that you cannot pick up the snow off the ground. It's just not even available. If you go to the middle of the map, which is typically where the two piles of snow are, you're gonna notice in private match that it's simply just not there. And I think this was done intentionally by Treyarch to not confuse us, because I'm pretty sure the snowballs will have nothing to do with the mannequin or snowman Easter egg, whatever they decide to do. And the snowballs are purely just meant to be picked up and used online to get some cool kills. So yeah, at the time of recording this video, I don't believe that there is currently a snowman or mannequin Easter egg on the Nuketown Holiday variant of the map. However, we do apparently have an insane new Easter egg on Warhead that I'm going to be trying to do right now live. I'm in private match right now, and we're going to be going to face-off team deathmatch, and we're going to be going to the map Warhead. I did all kinds of exploring on this map map recently, and there really isn't much of anything on the map, but we are going to try something different this time. Now, as a quick little recap on Warhead, you can't shoot off the mannequin heads. There really isn't anything too obvious. I can't tell if the Nuketown clock has changed though. All of the hands are pointing at 0. And prior to this, the only other Easter egg I've seen on the map is this little squirrel who's just like eating a sandwich and has his drink over there. He's got a trucker hat on. Pretty neat. But up until now, it didn't seem like there was any actual Easter egg on Warhead. But we're gonna try something different. There's a reason why this map is called Warhead, and it's because of the massive nuke right here. And apparently, if you just start unloading on it, something's gonna happen. At least I hope. I really hope I didn't get trolled, but apparently if you shoot this thing a bunch, it's gonna start smoking. Oh god, it's smoking. I think it's gonna work. Dude! We have to keep shooting it, come on. I don't know if you have to be like, fast. Oh, it's on fire now. Oh my god. Is it gonna happen? Come on! We need more gun bullets. Come on, man. Is it gonna blow up? We nuked the map! No way! Defeat! Oh my god, that's so sick. It says nuke called in. That's so awesome. Oh my god. Yeah, that was insane. Well, there you go. We finally got the answer. There is a brand new Easter egg on Warhead. Now, I'm not sure if you could do this online. It might be kind of tough to try to recreate this online because a lot of people don't necessarily want to play Warhead when they're playing Face Off. We're gonna just queue for Face Off Mosh Pit, and we're gonna see if we can do this online. Okay, we got Gala. Definitely don't want that. Yep, we got 4 votes for Stakeout. I mean, this is gonna be a tough one. Then we got Heirloom Team Deathmatch. We're getting literally everything except for Warhead. Yeah, this is our best case scenario. These guys don't want to play Heirloom, they don't want to play Racket, and hopefully by voting random, we can somehow get War. Oh, we got Gala, come on. No! I really don't want to waste too much time trying to get Warhead. If I do decide to skip this, I will just let you guys know later in the comments if you can do this online. But that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching all of this in-depth testing on all of the Easter eggs on Nuketown Holiday, as well as Warhead. If you guys did enjoy this video and you want to see some more Black Ops 6 stuff like this, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys later.
I'd come. Train going.